Assalamualaikum to my lecturer Dr. Hayati and all my classmates. My name is Nur Umaira binti Mahiran and I'm the first presenter of this group. Okay, today I will explain about the topic of workplace environment ethics. Okay, what are ethics? What did you know about ethics? Okay, the definition of ethics is a standard of behavior that is acceptable and allow us to distinguish the difference between right or wrong. Okay, ethics mean the individual attitude, the individual behavior. Okay, we need to know which one we should do, which one we shouldn't do. Okay, next, what is workplace ethic? The definition of workplace ethic is the application of moral principles or standard of behavior regarding a proper conduct in a workplace. This means the way employees in an organization govern themselves or their overall work attitude. Okay, the workplace ethics is a reflection for an organization set of value, which means the moral code regarding the proper conduct in a workplace. Okay, in the previous slide, I was talking about ethics. Ethics mean in the code of moral for individual, but ethics in a workplace mean involve all the members of organization or company. Okay, next is good works ethic. Good work ethics mean the proper attitude or good manners that we need to apply, we need to show among our colleague. The first point is attendance. Attendance means that we need to know what is the time that we need to arrive. Then we need to know too what is the right times for us to leave. Okay, in case you have a problem or you have an emergency to settle, you have a family matters, you need to inform your chief. Okay, you need to inform your teammate, you need to inform your partner, you need to inform your colleague that you're planned for absence. We need to respect others too. Okay, don't drag people or don't waste people time with our problems. Okay, don't make people wait for us. Okay, number 2 is attitude. Attitude means we need to show a positive attitude. We need to appear confident among colleagues. Okay, and practice a good manners too. Okay, number 3 is cooperation. If we are the leader, then we must know how to apply the leadership skills. As for example, we need to know how the properly proper attitude to handle the conflict and to handle the stress among our teammate. Okay, if we are the chief of the one group, then we need to know how to apply the skills, how to manage a task, how to handle a conflict, how to handle a stress. Okay, we need to maintain a proper relationships with peers and follow chains of command. Next, number 4 is character. Character means that we need to display our honesty, we need to show our loyalty. Okay, do not betray among your colleagues. Then the last is respect. Respect means that we need to deal properly with the diversity, show understandings and tolerance. This is because when we in a one department or one environment of work, we are dealing with people with a different backgrounds, different races, different religion maybe, or different discipline. So we need to show a tolerance. We need to have a respect too. We need to able to share our knowledge, um, to share our pandangan dan give and take. Jangan disebabkan dia different different base or different discipline, kita tak nak bergaul dengan dia. Okay. Okay, next is a bad work ethic. Okay, bad work ethic is a negative attitude, or we should say it as inappropriate things, okay, that we shouldn't do. Okay, first is lack of communication. Okay, example of lack of communication is we didn't apply the two-way communication, such as no discussion, no meeting, no discussion among colleagues. Okay, and this situation of lack communication can occur a misunderstanding. Okay, as for example, we need to handle one event among our team. Then as a chief, we need to have a discussion, we need to have a communication to make the event become easier. Okay. Number 2 is ignoring procedure and policies. Okay. This is what we say about not comply with the company instruction. Okay. For example, when companies take the time that we need to arrive before 8 p.m. Okay, then we need to follow the instruction. Okay, when we are being late, that means that we are ignore the procedure and the company policy. Okay, and number 3 is unpunctual. Okay, unpunctual, we can relate it about time also. Time that we attend to work, we are being late, we are always absent, and we keep giving an excuse for being late. Okay, no, as a responsibility as a responsibility workers or person, you need to be punctual. Okay, if you are unpunctual, then you drag the others time too. Okay, number 4 is stealing. Stealing means stealing company money for personal gain. Okay, dia contohnya macam penyelewengan duit syarikat. Katalah kita ni bahagian kewangan dan kita gunakan duit syarikat tu untuk kepentingan diri sendiri. Walaupun kita kata duit tu gunakan untuk beli keperluan untuk keluarga, dia adalah tetap salah walaupun digunakan pada benda-benda yang betul, tapi kelakuan tu, cara tu tetap salah dan ia dikategorikan dalam bad works ethics. Okay, last is falsifying information. Falsifying information is about alter the information or alter the document or evidence. Okay, for example, we give the company information to the others. We give the company information to the client. Okay. At the point number 4, stealing. Stealing, I give an example in terms of money. But when falsify information, the example would be about the penyelewengan maklumat. Penyelewengan maklumat yang kita tahu maklumat syarikat tu adalah sulit, tapi kita share maklumat syarikat tu dengan klien, dengan ahli keluarga, dengan rakan terdekat. Okay, itu pun boleh dikategorikan sebagai bad works ethic sebab segala maklumat dalam apa-apa bidang pun yang kita ceburi adalah sulit. Okay, dan tak boleh sembarangan disebarkan kepada orang luar dan orang lain. Okay, then I will explain about encouragement of good works ethic. Encouragement of good work ethics means perkara apa yang perlu kita lakukan untuk menggalakkan suasana kerja yang baik, yang positif. Okay, the first is always strive for excellence. Always strive for excellence mean we need to be outstanding, we need to be open-minded, and we need to know how to be a better version for future. We need to know how to make a move. Okay, then number 2 is be trustworthy. Be trustworthy means we are deserving of trust or confidence from people, from colleague, from our teammate. Okay, we are also dependable. Dependable maksudnya boleh diharap. Okay, jangan kita terlalu fokus pada sesuatu bahagian tu saja. Kita boleh diharap untuk melakukan tugasan-tugasan yang pelbagai. Okay, for number 3 is be accountable. Be accountable means accountability at work is essentially about ownership and initiative. Okay, this refers to employees stepping up and doing what is the best for the business. Okay, for example, accountability contohnya kita sanggup kesanggupan kita untuk menghadapi atau mengambil risiko atas sesuatu apa yang akan terjadi ataupun benda tu kita tak jangka pun, ataupun bila sesuatu di luar jangkaan yang terjadi, kita tahu inisiatif apa yang kita perlu buat. Okay. Next is be cautious and respectful. Okay, show our respect to the others. Always apologize when we did a mistake or we did something wrong. Okay, other than that, when someone is having a conversation, please do not interrupt. Okay, we need to respect others. Then the others will respect us too. Then, for the number 5 is be honest, open, and be transparent. When you are transparent, you are invite trust by revealing that you have nothing to hide. You are able to share. You are able to receive an opinion. Okay, you are able to give and you are able to take. Okay. You are establish yourself as an honest, credible person in the eye of the others. Okay, next, we need to be competent and improve continually. This means we are willing to learn and make the improvement. We need to know how to make a step to move. Okay, this can be example. For example, we ourselves have to consider that every circumstance is an opportunity for us to be a better version, to be a more untuk jadikan kita lebih berjaya pada masa akan datang. Okay, jangan jadikan halangan tu adalah sesuatu penghalang untuk kita mencuba bergerak untuk lebih maju ke hadapan. Okay, we need to improve ourselves, improve our colleague, improve our environment too. Okay, next, be respectful and confident. Okay, we need to know the privacy. Okay, for example, information about clients is not told to the other people who do not need to know. Okay, kita tak boleh suka-suka sebar maklumat pada orang luar. Contohnya, kita deals dengan klien, kita tak boleh sebarkan maklumat klien kepada orang luar, kepada bos kita, even rakan sekerja pun tak boleh, sebab itu adalah hak antara kita dan juga klien saja. Okay, then the last point is always be honourable and act with integrity. Okay, for example, in decision making and interacting with colleagues and serving a customer or client, we need to be integrity. We need to be kita kena tahu membuat keputusan tu adalah tak mudah, tapi pada masa yang sama kita kena bertindak dalam keadaan yang positif tanpa menampakkan boundaries, macam tak adalah suasana tu jadi kekok. Kita kena amanah juga dalam handle kita punya tugasan, sebab kita deal dengan ramai orang, kita akan deal dengan orang yang berbeza-beza. Okay, jadinya kita kena mendapatkan kepercayaan tu, mendapatkan kepercayaan daripada klien-klien kita, okay, untuk menggalakkan lagi dia orang datang pada kita, macam tak serik untuk berurusan dengan kita. Okay, itu sahaja. Okay, for the next slide, I will explain about benefit of good work ethics. Benefit of good work ethics means the advantages that we can get when we apply a good manner or good attitude of work ethics. Okay, the first one is we can build a trust and loyalty. Okay, of course, when we have a good manner, when we have a good attitude, people will trust and loyal to us. Then number two, we can build a positive work environment without a stress, without a misunderstanding. Okay. Then number three, we can enhance the reputation. Enhance the reputation means that kita boleh kembangkan lagi sesuatu perkara tu, kembangkan lagi kita punya syarikat atau company ke arah yang lebih ke hadapan. Okay. Then next is productivity will be increased. Productivity ni tak dilihat semata-mata pada pengeluaran produk. Okay, dia juga boleh dilihat dari segi produktif ahli-ahli yang terlibat dalam pengeluaran produk tu. Macam contohnya syarikat ni mengeluarkan kereta, jadi ahli-ahli kerja yang terlibat dalam menghasilkan kereta tu dikira juga sebagai productivity. Okay, productivity tu akan meningkat. Okay, then seterusnya teamwork will develop. Teamwork will develop maksudnya kerjasama dalam sesuatu team tu akan lebih kukuh, akan lebih bertambah bagus. Okay, sebab kita mengamalkan positive attitude and good manners among our clique. Then the last one is we can promote a strong public image. Okay, a strong public image mean bila orang dah nampak kita punya capability untuk menjayakan sesuatu kerja, menjayakan sesuatu produk, orang akan percaya pada kita. Okay, they will put a trust on us. So secara tak langsung benda tu boleh meluaskan keterboleh pasaran untuk kita lebih maju ke hadapan. Okay, itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum and a good day everyone. My name is Ain Sofia and I'm the second presenter. Today I will be presenting about professional ethic. What is professional ethic? Professional ethic is principles that govern the behavior of personnel, institute, organization or corporate standard. Professional ethic usually apply to the person who are working in profession that requires specialist knowledge and skills. Profession means a type of job that requires special training and a work connected with medicine, law and education. For instance, accountant, teachers, doctors and politicians. Each profession has its own code of conduct. Let me give you one type of professional ethic that should be applied by accountant. Code of conduct is a guidelines of appropriate behavior in a professional context. One example of professionalism is confidentiality. We know that accountants often have to access to a highly sensitive information about particular business or individuals. Accountant must keep all the information with confidentiality and they are highly forbidden to share it inappropriately. Same goes to other professions. They also have their own professionalism to be applied during their working time. There are four types of professional ethics. First is meta-ethic. Meta is a Greek word means beyond. Meta-ethics is origin of ethical principles. It studies the nature of ethics. Main issue in debate of meta-ethic is usually about whether ethics are evolved from a spiritual element or was it created by the humans? Second is normative ethic. Normative ethic is self-moral conduct. It concerning with how people should act with one another. It also evaluates the rightness or wrongness of action. The third one is descriptive ethic. Descriptive ethic is moral beliefs. It refers to behavior of individual where people study about what person or societies consider to particular things whether it is right or wrong. The last one is applied ethic. Applied ethic is designed or written to implement in a specific situation. It is ethic with respect to the real world actions. This ethic usually found in the area of professions, health, technology and law, as what I have explained from the previous slide. What are the difference between professional ethic and moral? Professional ethic is responsibilities toward customers, clients, co-workers, employees and students. It is similar to respecting and understanding other people. Moral is principles that we use to guide our action and a standard of society used to decide what is right or wrong behavior. For instance, belief of someone that it is wrong to take things that is not belong to them, and things that are right or wrong are determined by yourself. There are four importance of professional ethic: asset protection, great working environment, develop teamworks, and less legal issues. These are the benefits for a particular company or organization if the group or a person implement the professional ethic even when no one is watching. It is also will remain the reputation of a person and the company itself. Last but not least, professionalism is knowing how to do it, when to do it, and doing it by Frank Tiger, meaning you know your own responsibility for being professional in working. Well, good luck, thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to my lecturer, Dr. Nur Hayati and fellow friends. I am Nora Nadira binti Misiran and today I would like to continue this topic regarding to professional accountability. Today I'm going to explain about three aspects in this topic, which is the first one about the definition of the accountability, the second one is about the explanation of accountability ladder, the third one is the scenarios in professional accountability at workplace, and the last one is ways to improve professional accountability at workplace. In workplace ethic and professional ethic, accountability plays an important role. As we can see, accountability have the synonym words such as ownership, actions, liability, commitment, responsible, and etc. Accountability can be defined as accepting the responsibility for the outcomes expected of you, for both good and the bad. This means you are willingly to do the jobs. Accountable people will ask for help before a crisis occurs. This means accountable people is proactive towards their situations. Accountable people will take responsibility for projects and problems within their areas of responsibility, even though it is not their job, but they will take an initiative to do an action for the situations. You can assign tasks, but you can force people to be accountable. Accountability is an act of will. Let me explain a bit in bahasa. Dalam sesebuah kumpulan, akan ada ketua. Tapi, bila another members dah ada sikap accountability, which is a willingness to do something, bila the functional leaders tu tak ada or fail in their responsibility, the other team members boleh menggantikan the functional leaders. It is because mereka dah ada sikap accountability tu. In workplace ethic and professional ethic, responsibility and accountability has a different meaning. Responsibility refers to a duty to complete work. This means you are assigned to a specific works and you do it until it's done. However, accountability means a duty to govern or manage. After you're done with your responsibility, accountability takes place. Accountability means you have an initiative to make an effort to move forward and doing what is the best for the business. You are not relying only on the leaders, but you take an initiative to learn and do it. So now, let me explain about the accountability ladder. As you can see, accountability ladder have two different behaviors. The first one is on the green arrow shows accountable behaviors, which means you tend to feel like things happen because of you. And the second one with the red arrow, which is victim behaviors. This means you tend to feel and think like things happen to you. If you look at the ladder, it is unaware and unconscious mind. If you have accountable behaviors, this means you tend to have a good and positive mindset. You tend to make it happen and you tend to find solution instead of making excuses, and also you feel like you can embrace the problems, and then you will feel like you acknowledge the reality and take a good action to find the best way to settle the problem. If you feel like you are a victim, you feel like things happen to you and you tend to feel like it is a burden for you, and you always feel like you have to wait and only hope instead of seeking for help or initiative to make it better. And also, if you have a victim behaviors, you tend to feel like I can't do this, I can't do that. And then you will always give a personal excuses to hide your problems. In victim behaviors, you tend to blame others for your own mistakes. Let me explain in bahasa. Okay, in victim behaviors, jika kita merasa diri kita ni mangsa keadaan ataupun kita merasakan tugas yang diberikan memberi beban kepada kita, we tend to think that okay, saya tak boleh buat benda ni and saya hanya akan tunggu arahan daripada ketua ataupun team members yang lain. And I keep on giving excuses and keep on blaming others instead of cari jalan macam mana nak selesaikan tugas yang susah ni. Tapi, bila saya ada accountable behaviours, which is kita ada kesedaran, we tend to find solutions instead of merungut dan menyalahkan orang lain. Kita akan mencari jalan macam mana nak selesaikan tugas tu, macam cari informasi atau cari pertolongan. Okay, let's make some reflection. In a team or workplace, where do you stand? If you are a victim, you feel like you always blame others and you always give excuses. And then, if there are a teamwork or task, you tend to only waiting for specific instruction instead of start doing it. And then the last one, if you are a victim person, you only think and hope the things will get better instead of seeking a help. But if you are an accountable person, you will willingly to find solutions or alternative because you are aware and acknowledge the reality, and then you feel like you own it and start to doing it. Let's see the differences between accountable teammates and unaccountable teammates. Accountable teammates get work done at time they've committed to. This means accountable teammates tend to avoid procrastination and plan their schedule even though they're packed with other things. They avoid excuses. However, unaccountable teammates get work done on their own schedule. Next, accountable teammates know who's responsible for each part of the work. This means accountable teammates focus and take note on what happened on their team members, while unaccountable teammates get confused about responsibility and process. This is because unaccountable teammates doesn't focus and take notes. Next, accountable teammates understand how their contributions support team goals. This means they play their role and do their best to support the team goals, while unaccountable teammates don't know how their work relates to the big picture. This means unaccountable teammates were lack of accountabilities. This means if they delay their work, it will actually affect the other team members. Next, accountable teammates agree to goals, priorities, and deadlines with their team. They accept any commands and suggestions freely and do their work at their best, while unaccountable teammates keep goals private or don't set goals. Next, accountable teammates own responsibility for a specific area of organizations. This means accountable teammates know how their strength can help the teams to build up, while unaccountable teammates expect responsibility to belong only a few people at the top, such as they put the burden only on the leaders and doesn't want to take an initiative to help the leaders and learn more. And the last one, accountable teammate can contribute their full talents. This means accountable teammates will offer their strength to the team members, even though they are not major on some areas, but they are willingly to help the team and to offer a help. However, unaccountable teammates contribute at a fraction of what they are capable of. This means they only focus on what they can do instead of finding an initiative to learn a new things. In workplace ethic and professional ethic, some scenarios of professional accountability will happen in workplace. The first one is project management. In a project management, the project manager or a leader have an accountability to accept and take a risk to proceed a new project. Instead of play safe by taking common project, the leader is willingly to face the outcome without blaming others. This is because they are doing their best for the business. Let me explain in bahasa. Seorang ketua yang mempunyai accountability akan menerima sesebuah projek yang baru yang sebelum ni tak pernah pun diambil oleh syarikat, yang mana dia tak tahu outcome atau result, tapi dia ada accountability to willingly ambil risiko untuk menerima projek tersebut demi untuk menaikkan syarikat, walaupun dia tak tahu apa outcome yang akan dia dapat. Okay, and the second one is the scenario of missing deadline, which is always happen. The leader must confront the issue to employee, which is a leader have an accountability to address the issue. The leader have to ask employees and have a serious conversation in order to confront the issue. The leader have to let them explain, and the leader have to provide feedback in order to them to make an improvement. And if the problem continue, the leader have to provide special training for the employee. This is a initiative taken by the leader for doing what is the best for the business. If a leader have an accountability to do this, they will have a good teamwork. Let me explain in bahasa. Jika seseorang pekerja tu dia ada masalah terlepas deadline, seorang ketua yang baik dan mempunyai accountability akan jumpa dan mengambil tahu apa masalah yang sebenarnya pekerja ni hadapi. Contohnya, bila seorang ketua ni dah tahu apa masalah yang dihadapi oleh pekerja sampai dia terlepas deadline, a good leader akan considering things lah, macam ada sesetengah pekerja memang masalah mereka memang tak dapat nak dielakkan, that's why they are missing their deadlines. So as a good leader and a leader that hold accountability, the leader have to take an action to tanya apa sebenarnya yang jadi, apa sebenarnya yang berlaku, and let the employee explain. This is a good way to communicate with your employee. When your employee have your trust, this can lead to a good communication, and you will gain trust. Okay, and when they think you are the good and accountable leader, they will um, they will act and improve their works, and do their best without afraid of judgment from you. If those scenarios and other scenarios happen in workplace, it has to be solved. The ways to improve professional accountability in the workplace include communicate clear expectation. This is because a good communication leads to good understanding. If your workers have a good understanding, they will do their works better. A good communication from the leaders and workers will gain trust and hold accountability. The next one is give a consistent feedback. As a leader, you have to give a consistent feedback to your workers to have a balance in knowing specifically our working progress. This is because feedback is important in order to workers to make an improvement on their works. The third one is hold yourself and others accountable. But how? If you are not a leader but you want to support your friend, you have to put emphasis and follow up your friend's progress and show support. This means if you shows this action, they will appreciate and make an improvement on their works. And the last one is you have to address your need. This means you have to confront your expectations. As a leader, you have to confront your expectation to your workers in order for them to achieve your expectation and make a good progress. The only way we succeed as a group is not simply following directions, but in keeping each other accountable for our actions. A quote from A.J. Duckholm. This means in order to achieving succeed, we have to play our role as team members by not for always only following direction from the leaders, but take an initiative and our own effort to do the works.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to the previous presenter. Okay. My name is Nordini binti Samsudin. I would like to talk about professional integrity. Okay, first of all, have you ever heard the word integrity? And do you even know what is actually integrity? Okay, let's move to the next slide. What is integrity? Integrity ni actually the act of behaving honorably even no one is watching you, which mean attitude atau behavior yang ada kat diri kita ni even tiada siapa pun tengah perhatikan kita. It is more to our perangai sebenar. And apa different dia dengan professional integrity? Apa itu professional integrity? Okay, professional integrity ni practice of maintaining appropriate ethical behavior. It is the practice of showing strong adherence to moral and ethical principles and values such as honesty, honor, dependability and trustworthiness. Okay, sedikitlah perbezaannya dengan integriti, sebab professional integrity ni dia more to profession, untuk profession. Kalau integriti ni kena ada kat setiap diri seseorang tu lah, setiap diri individu tu. Tapi untuk professional integrity ni dia more to workplace ataupun profession. Professional integrity ni pula adalah praktis untuk kita kekalkan etika yang baik semasa bekerja. Ia juga adalah latihan untuk menunjukkan yang kita ni patuh pada nilai murni atau prinsip etika dalam bidang profesionalism. Contohnya yang integriti yang kena ada dalam diri kita ni macam kejujuran, kita boleh diharap dan juga boleh dipercayai. Let's go deep about integrity. People yang behave with professional integrity ni generally uphold a moral standard of conduct, both lah dalam professional as well as personal endeavours. This standard govern, dia tunjukkan how the professional conduct themselves, their work ethic dan juga cara they communicate. Professional integrity ni what give employees a reason to trust the leader atau someone yang lagi high pangkatnya. Macam kita kena ada kepercayaan, pekerja ni lah kena ada kepercayaan dekat orang atasan ataupun orang yang lagi tinggi pangkatnya. Okay, honesty is the basis for maintaining integrity. Sebagai contoh, being loyal to your company, being trustworthy and reliable are all qualities yang characterize someone ada professional integrity dalam diri mereka. Integrity ni bukan hanya kena ada pada seorang student ataupun human being, tapi dia juga sepatutnya should extend to professional area at work. Tambahan dalam buat decision making, interacting with colleague dan serve customer ke, client ke, macam tu. Employers ni akan hire employees with integrity sebab dia tahu pekerja yang ada integrity ni akan provide high quality service dan juga akan maintain positive reputation. Bila employees ada professional integrity, orang atasan kita akan atau ketua projek ni dia akan lebih percayakan dia punya team to work diligently. Integrity ni more about our inner behaviour, macam saya cakap tadi, perangai sebenar. It is more about quality, bukannya skill. Kita boleh develop integrity ni over the time. Contohlah karakter yang sinonim to integrity ni adalah gracious, menghormati, jujur, amanah, boleh dipercayai, hardworking, bertanggungjawab, helpful, sabar. Dia macam more to inner character dalam diri kita, bukan outer character. Okay, ada satu quotes ni saying, integrity is making sure that the things you say and the things you do are in alignment. Okay, by Katrina Meyer. Katrina Meyer ni macam nak cakap yang integrity person need to act according to apa yang dia dah cakap. Action dengan words tu kena selari, bukan cakap lain, buat lain. Individu ni kena endurance atau patuh with their words and don't just buat something good tu sebab dia tahu ada orang tengok dia. Dia tak boleh, bila tak ada orang lain, perangai sebenar dia mulalah keluar. Okay, why pentingnya integrity ni dekat dalam workplace? Here is the reason. The first one is employee satisfactions atau kepuasan pekerja. Pekerja biasanya akan lebih bahagia ataupun happier bila working for someone who they believe is boleh dipercayai atau dependable, iaitu kita boleh bergantung. Nak ke kita bekerja dengan orang yang kita rasa kita tak boleh bergantung dengan dia sebab dia ni tak ada langsung integriti dalam diri dia. Integriti dari majikan atau orang atasan ni has been linked to job satisfaction ataupun engagement, pekerja punya health and even dia punya life satisfactions. Okay, the second one is reputation. In order for people to trust you, luar dan dalam, you need to behave with integrity. Sebagai contoh lah, investor kena ada trust kat you in order dia nak invest dekat business you. Vendor pula need to trust you, so dia kena trust you yang you ni boleh pay for goods dan juga service. Kalau dia tak trust you, vendor takkan bagi kepercayaan tu kat you. Okay. Maintaining professional integrity will allow you to build a strong reputasi yang akan meningkatkan kepercayaan dan juga comfort orang lain untuk deal with you, no matter related to business atau personal sekalipun. That show how important yang integrity ni untuk ada dalam diri kita. Okay, the next important of integrity ni adalah clearer focus ataupun lebih kepada tujuan yang lebih jelas. Consistently behaving with professional integrity, awak akan ada tenaga lah untuk terus fokus on what is important rather than macam bazirkan tenaga dengan buat benda yang tak mendatangkan hasil and yang kita tahu end up akan wasting energy kita dan masa kita saja. Okay, the last importance of integrity is stronger sale, especially focus for business area. Customer sekarang dia akan motivate to buy from companies yang socially and environmentally bertanggungjawab. Okay, you as a customer, will you buy produk ataupun goods from company yang awak tahu dia tak akan bertanggungjawab langsung kalau awak beli barang yang dah rosak? Okay, contohnya awak beli barang online tapi barang yang awak dapat tu rosak ataupun dalam keadaan yang tidak baik. Bila awak contact dengan company tu tak nak bertanggungjawab. So, what you feel as a customer? You akan hilang kepercayaan kepada that company. Ini juga adalah company yang jenis macam kebanyakan lah sekarang company jenis lepas tangan. Bila barang dah sampai, dah rosak, diorang dah dapat duit, so dia just macam ignore je the problem ataupun issue. It's such a bad ethic. Remember, the most effective way to create culture of integrity and ethical behavior is to behave with professional integrity. Okay, now here are the tips yang boleh digunakan untuk maintainkan your own professional integrity and encourage budaya of ethical behavior ni dekat workplace. The first one is treat everyone the same. Okay, remember yang integrity ni about honesty, wellness and being the same person in all situation and with all people. Treat supervisor ke, co-workers ke, colleague ke or even the intern sekalipun with the same level of professionalism and respect regardless lah dia punya level of seniority. Tak adanya isu seniority dalam kes ni. Layan semua orang, make sure sama sahaja, but still don't forget in respect way. The same applies bila situasi you dengan customer. Every customer seharusnya diberikan the best treatment regardless lah dia punya level of service they pay for. Kat sini tak ada isu kau bayar lebih, jadi layanan kau kena extra. Kau bayar servis paling murah, so layanan kau tu akan jadi sambil lewa dan halal-balai je. Okay, the next one is reward honesty. Apa tu reward honesty? Ini adalah dengan create a culture of integrity by menggalakkan others to be honest with you, even though lah when they make costly simple mistake. Jangan kita cepat nak menghukum bila dia buat mistake, sebab dari situ bila kita hukum dia takkan honest. Bila dia buat mistake, dia akan diam je sebab takut atau sebagainya. Reward honesty ni make sure buatlah publicly atau repeatedly until everyone on your team faham yang that is always safe and always be the best idea to be honest. Next, admit your mistake. Everyone make mistake and no one lah dalam dunia ni yang tak buat mistake langsung. From customer to employees, kita tak boleh expect everyone to be perfect all the time. The key to behaving with professional integrity ni adalah by admitting mistake and apologize bila kita buat salah. You must also demonstrate your regret through your action. Jangan dah buat salah tapi tak menyesal duk keep ulang buat salah tu. You will generally find that not only do people not think less of you, tapi orang will actually think more highly of you by your ability to admit error yang dah you buat tu. Next tip is encourage teams to speak freely. Okay, encourage lah your team to come up with idea yang fresh and creative in everyday business challenges yang you akan encounter. You tak tahu what kind of challenges yang akan you counter. So be prepared. Team discussion ni regarding new idea should be honest and critical. Jangan diam saja masa tengah brainstorm idea tu. Give honest review and fresh idea. But yet, don't forget respectful and open-minded. Encourage your team to speak freely as well as give and receive constructive criticism to improve idea dia. Tak adalah cepat melata bila idea dia kena kritik atau komen. Terima komen dan kritik daripada orang lain and bagi idea yang fresh and be creative. Another tip is conduct self-assessment. Periodically evaluate whether you are behaving with professional integrity. Evaluate diri kita sendiri punya level integrity. Evaluate lah sama ada you are heavily influenced by stronger personality atau you pressured by your boss or easy je tempt by money. You could even tanya coworkers you yang you trust dia punya objective viewpoint. Make a non-judgmental inventory of your own integrity and make sure whether you need to take action based you punya potential area ataupun self-improvement. Improve je yourself because integrity ni dia boleh develop over the time. It's still not too late to improve. The next one is to keep your commitments. Commitment sangatlah penting. If you want to develop a reputation as being someone who delivered on their promises, make a habit untuk tunaikan apa yang you dah janji ataupun apa yang you dah katakan. This means that yes need to be yes and no means no. Without excuses ataupun you change of conditions. This also mean being on time. Kalau datang awal, state ya datang awal and menunjukkan you respect for others. Notifying them right away if you be late and don't forget to apologize if you are late. Last but not least, put in maximum effort. Tunjukkan effort yang semaksimum mungkin. Janganlah effort tu nampak masa time interview kerja je. Tapi bila dah lama-lama, effort pun dah terkubur. Putting all your effort atau focus into something to reach a goal is a character trait that others will admire. Bukan majikan je akan suka, but people around you pun will admire you. It demonstrates a strong work ethic and a commitment to result for the betterment of the organisation. Orang akan tahu your ability to improve the organisation and they will trust you able to bring the organisation to the better level. Giving your work your maximum effort every day and being unwilling to give in to distractions speak volume over your integrity. Jangan make action just because you have been told, but show you are proactive and you able to give more. Your ability ni to maintain professional integrity in the workplace, dia ada powerful impact on your productivity, awak punya performance and your reputations. Behaving with professional integrity take practice, strength of character and self-awareness. Don't ever stop to make improvement. Remember, yang integrity ni adalah foundation for a successful employee and employer relationship. It promote a professional culture in which individual can bergantung antara satu sama lain and treat each other with respect. As a result, people are typically more proactive and motivated at work.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to Dr. Hayati and my fellow classmate. My name is Nurul Faizah binti Abdul Razak. Today I will be the last presenter for this topic. Allow me to continue the topic with issue in integrity and work ethics. There are several issues in integrity and work ethics. Unethical leadership, toxic workplace culture, discrimination and harassment, questionable use of company technology, unrealistic and conflicting goals. So let's go through one by one what is issue in integrity and work ethics. The first issue that I will discuss is unethical leadership. What do you understand by this issue? Unethical leadership is referred to behavior conducted and decision made by organization leaders that are illegal and violate moral standard, and those that impose process and structure that promote unethical conduct by followers. It's more like manipulating number in report or spending company money on inappropriate activity. For example, macam pecah amanah ataupun rasuah. The second issue is toxic workplace culture. This issue is really often we hear. What is toxic workplace culture is? A toxic work culture is one where the workplace is plagued by fighting, drama, and unhappy employees to the point that productivity and well-being of the people in the office is affected. For example, kita selalu dengar yang macam dekat office, okay, budak tu kaki bodek bos tak pun kaki kipas. Padahal dia memang seorang pekerja yang sangat rajin, tapi dari pandangan mata orang dia macam nak bodek bos. So kat situ dah jadi situasi yang kurang menyenangkan untuk seseorang tu nak bekerja, sebab dia nak cari rezeki. Cumanya bila ada mulut-mulut yang menyampai, dia akan jadi kat situ kita jadi tak happy nak kerja kat situ. Kita akan jadi tak selesa, orang akan pandang kita macam orang akan macam oh, budak tu nak bodek bos, budak tu rajin bersebab. But actually memang budak tu rajin bekerja. Isu macam ni memang kita boleh nampak banyak. Contoh lain ada juga macam kita kerja satu group but tak boleh nak terima opinion each other. Kat situ dah gaduh. Bila gaduh, si A pergi hebohkan cerita pasal si B dekat satu office. Lepas tu si B macam kenapa orang pandang dia pelik. So kat situ dah jadi macam drama. Lepas tu akan jadikan lagi suasana nak bekerja tu tak berapa nak happy and tak selesa. Dari situ pun dah sebenarnya kita boleh tengok culture ni memang wujud. The next issue is discrimination and harassment. This issue is very popular in work ethics and one of the crucial issue. What do you know about discrimination? Discrimination is when a member of a protected class receive unfair treatment based on being member of that group. For example, discrimination based on gender, skin colour or background. Kita tengok contoh yang paling simple. Sekarang ni kebanyakan perempuan dah ada kerjaya sendiri, tapi akan ada segelintir manusia ataupun lelaki yang mana rendah bahawa perempuan tu selayaknya duduk di rumah untuk menjaga keluarga. Itu adalah salah satu diskriminasi yang dari segi gender. Next, harassment. Harassment is a pattern of conduct or behaviour towards an employee that can result in a discrimination charge. Discrimination comes in many forms, such as non-verbal sexual harassment, physical or verbal. Okey, selalunya kita dah tahu sexual harassment ni in term of physical tu apa, tapi tak ramai yang tahu sebenarnya ada lagi satu verbal sexual harassment. Apa tu verbal sexual harassment? Okey, kita selalu dengar rakan kerja kita bergurau pasal sensitive issue macam bergurau pasal sensitive part. Tapi did you know that it actually a sexual harassment? Pernah tak dengar kawan-kawan cakap, yang suka musik cakap, alah gurau je. Tapi benda tu sebenarnya dah jadi one of the sexual harassment. Benda-benda macam tu memang dari pandangan seseorang, dia macam hanya untuk mengusik atau bergurau, tetapi benda tu sebenarnya sensitif dan merupakan verbal sexual harassment. Non-verbal sexual harassment ni macam kalau kita tengok, orang tengok kita pandang atas bawah, suka follow kita, macam kalau kita nak jalan, dia halang, dia macam ada gesture ataupun main kenyik-kenyik mata. Salah satu contoh non-verbal sexual harassment. Sebabnya ramai yang tahu physical sexual harassment tu macam someone touching each other without permission dan buatkan keadaan tak selesa. Tapi tak ramai yang tahu non-verbal sexual harassment tu apa. Okay, the next issue is questionable use of company technology. What does it mean? Okay, it asset misuse by employees, whether they use it for personal or not, is directly hurting the company as their facility are not used for work purpose. Okay, for example, macam kita tahu dekat setup syarikat akan ada komputer ataupun PC. Tetapi ada sesetengah ataupun segelintir pekerja yang menyalahgunakan kemudahan yang ada, seperti komputer tu sepatutnya digunakan untuk membuat kerja, tapi digunakan untuk search online shopping, Facebook, Instagram and etc. Selain tu dia menggunakan macam kita tahu setiap syarikat ataupun company akan ada internet, kemudahan akses untuk internet kan, untuk memudahkan kita berkomunikasi dengan klien ataupun daripada customer. Tetapi akan ada segelintir yang tidak beretika, menggunakan kemudahan yang ada untuk mengakses social media, dan dari situ dah merugikan syarikat, satu lagi dah membuang masa. Okay, last but not least, unrealistic and conflicting goals. What does it mean by unrealistic and conflicting goals? It's being pressured to achieve unrealistic goal will definitely cause a negative impact on employees' work performance, whether it is short-term or long-term consequences. Okay, for example, macam majikan bagi target dekat pekerja, dalam bulan ni kita kena capai target ni berapa, kita punya customer ada berapa, jualan kita kena jual banyak mana. Okay, dekat situ kalau targetnya tidak masuk akal, dari situ kita akan bagi tekanan dekat pekerja. Sebagai majikan, kita kena tahu had yang sepatutnya untuk mencapai target. Jangan terlalu pressure pekerja, sebabnya dari situ bila pekerja tak dapat nak capai target yang diberi, pekerja akan stres. Dia akan menyebabkan pekerja tu hilang motivasi. Kalau Contoh macam target nak 20k tapi tak mencapai target, bos marah-marah. So kat situ dah macam dah buat yang terbaik, dah buat yang 10 mampu, semaksimum mampu, tapi bukan rezeki nak dapat target seperti yang majikan inginkan. Okay, next, I will continue to how to solve unethical issue at the workplace. First, have rules. Okay. Organization need to have a rule and regulation regarding workplace ethics. These rules and regulations should be given to new employees together with their employment contract. Okay, macam kita tahu sebelum nak mulakan contoh macam kita nak start satu pekerjaan pun kita akan tanda tangan kontrak, surat hitam putih, syarat-syarat yang ditulis. Okey, kat situ kita kena tahu syarat-syarat syarikat tu macam mana supaya untuk masa akan datang kita akan lebih berhati-hati dan tidak melanggar syarat-syarat yang telah tertulis di dalam syarikat tersebut. Next is accept feedback and complaints. Make it easy for employees to send feedback or complaint in case of harassment, abuse or any other ethical activity going on in the workplace. Okay. Ramai yang macam contoh saya bagi tahu tadi macam kena contohlah kalau ada sexual harassment ataupun non-verbal sexual harassment, kebanyakannya akan diam. Dari situ sepatutnya kita sebagai pekerja kena melaporkan kepada pihak atasan supaya akan ada tindakan yang dikenakan. Okay, cuba awak bayangkan kalaulah macam awak diam sahaja apa yang pihak tersebut buat kepada awak, akan ada mangsa lain yang kena. Okay. Sebaik-baiknya buat aduan kepada pihak atasan supaya pihak atasan boleh mengambil tindakan yang sewajarnya terhadap individu yang tidak beretika. Okay, next. List consequences for unethical behaviour. Consequences for unethical behaviour should also be placed alongside the rule and strategic place in the organisation. Okay, syarikat boleh menyenaraikan jenis-jenis salah laku ataupun unethical behaviour berserta dengan hukuman yang setimpal ataupun hukuman yang sepatutnya dengan etika yang tidak wajar dilakukan ketika berada di syarikat. Okay, next we move to show employees appreciation. Loyal employees feel that a company value that hard work they are put into accomplish tasks on a daily basis. A loyal employee is less likely to act unethically. Okay. Bila kita selalu menghargai pekerja-pekerja, dari situ akan buatkan pekerja-pekerja tu lebih bermotivasi dan bersemangat untuk bekerja. Okay. Bila dari situ kelakuan yang tidak sepatutnya ataupun tidak sewajarnya tidak akan berlaku kerana bila majikan appreciate ataupun menghargai pekerja dia rasa macam dia lagi semangat untuk bekerja dan tidak terfikir pun untuk membuat perkara-perkara yang tidak sepatutnya dibuat ketika berada di tempat kerja. Lastly, welcome an ethics speaker. Schedule an ethic trainer to visit your worksite to discuss ethical behaviour and explain why it is important in an organisation regardless of the size or industry. Okay. Kenapa pentingnya untuk panggil ethics speaker ni? Okay, supaya bila dia bagi tahu apa pentingnya kita menjaga etik ketika bekerja, dari situ pekerja-pekerja akan aware, akan tahu, oh, rupanya etika ketika bekerja tu sangat penting. Supaya mereka akan lebih berhati-hati di masa akan datang. Okay, last but not least, I will end my presenting with one inspiration words, which is talent is a gift, but your attitude, work ethic and character are things you have to develop yourself, by Rebecca Harkness. That's all for me. I hope you understand what I'm trying to, I hope you understand what my groups are trying to say with this topic. Thank you and have a good day.